Welcome everyone, this is P and welcome to another episode of COD4 Noclipping. Today we'll see the shock and awe mission. We are in the airlift level, basically that's the final name. I will try to noclip, but we will have weird camera shakes, so be warned for that. We see enemy tanks moving in. Yeah, these camera shakes are weird, because I will try to do the UFO cheat. Okay, that's better. I did the UFO cheat basically, which allows me to be unaffected by the camera angles and stuff. It will be tilted a little bit, hopefully it won't be too much. We can of course start... I won't be shooting anyone though, that's the trick here. I could of course spawn on the ground sequence of this map and have a more peaceful view of the level without being affected by the camera and helicopter sequences. However, why not? Let's just check this sequence as it is. So, this large area here is quite interesting because a lot of things happen here. Now, of course, our helicopter goes here. We're supposed to shoot these targets on the ground. Yeah, which is a pretty cool sequence. Like, the map itself gives you a lot of targets to shoot, like a lot of enemy things, like tanks, fuel trucks, anti-air stuff, enemies and stuff like that. So yeah, this statue over here, then we go to this area of course. This statue over here is supposed to break. There's a breakable animation, I think it's an animation, I will not be sure. We saw these tanks spawning, they're also shooting at us. They're a low version though. Not probably because I'm using the UFO cheat instead of the noclip cheat. The UFO cheat, the CG UFO actually, keeps the player position where it is, but lets the camera move around regardless. So any triggers that the helicopter is passing through aren't skipped because I'm away from it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if we are supposed to shoot the statue or someone else shoots it. Have these guys here. A helicopter is lifting off. I don't remember if we shoot it or if it gets shot. Let me shoot it. Okay, never mind. That's fine. It's okay, we missed it. That's not a big deal though. Like, you can easily break it yourself in the map itself. So this area here. Now here's an interesting thing before we go to this area. But yeah, anyway, in the Modern Warfare 3 flashback, Yuri and Makarov are actually viewing the nuke from this angle. And I have seen both maps. I have examined both maps, and their shelter is supposed to be somewhere around this area. So this is basically where they are. This is basically where their safeguards is supposed to be. Of course, there are a lot of people saying that, did Modern Warfare 3 come first? Did Call of Duty 4 come first? In terms of story, like, did they know they were planning for Modern Warfare 3 when they were doing Call of Duty 4? That's what I'm trying to say. My personal thoughts on that is that they didn't plan either Modern Warfare 2 nor Modern Warfare 3 when they were making this. They did not know that they would have a Modern Warfare 3 sequence with a flashback viewing the nuke from this angle. I think that they came up with the nuke flashback sequence in Modern Warfare 3 to give tribute, to have a flashback sequence in Call of Duty 4, to give the illusion that everything in the story is somehow connected and Makarov was involved in everything in the first place. But I think that they just came up with it later on just to put some more gravity to the story and give some connectivity between the titles of the original Modern Warfare trilogy. I don't think they were planning about Makarov or Yuri being here during the nuke sequence. And let me do this so I can have an actually stable camera because it's a bit tilted right now. So yeah, anyway. So you can see that there's nothing here. That's what I want to say. There's nothing here. And because of that, it proves to some extent that it's not, it wasn't a plan in the first place. So that's what I had to say on that topic. Now, here, this is the boots on the ground area of the map, one of the two. And this is actually a part of a multiplayer map, which is basically Backlot, the multiplayer map Backlot, which is basically the only multiplayer map we have official mod tools source files for. The mod tools basically come with two maps. They come with the Blackout Singleplayer mission, as source files I mean, and the Backlot multiplayer map. We have the full source files for these two maps. However, this is just a part of the Backlot level, just partially. Having this short, brief area of it. which is cool of itself. We have the construction building, we have the rest of the alleyways. It's not exactly the same, of course, but yeah, it is what it is. So, later on, we have the area where we save the pilot from. We land over here, and we go and save the pilot, who has crashed over here. We can see that the terrain is a bit weird, because the helicopter crash covers it. We even have a premature prop here that has the broken tail of the helicopter. But it is what it is, what can you do? And then we have this area, which is the actual out-of-map area, which is where the nuke is supposed to be launching from, exploding from, actually. We can see the explosion there. Before we go to the scripted sequences of the pilot and the nuke, let's just have a top-down overview of the map to see the large scale of the map, which is basically half of the map is basically the intro, where we fly in with the helicopters, and then it's just the actual map where we fight enemies. You know, the first part of the town over there, the second part with the backlot map over there, and then the pilot rescue part. And the map is split in two sections with this small hill, where Makarov and Yuri are supposed to be. Of course, it wasn't a thing back then. But yeah, it's a cool map, it's a nice map. Back then, it was a pretty nice thing. Let's jump into the pilot saving part and see what we can find. Okay, so we're at the helicopter crash sequence. We can actually see how the helicopter crashes, because we don't have a clear view of it from the normal view perspective of the game. Let's see what happens to the helicopter. You can see it actually goes through the building, and then we have an explosion effect, and then the scripted debris of the helicopter spawns along with the NPC of the pilot herself. Look at that. And we have dummy enemies shooting at her. And she's basically... of course she has invincibility, because it's a scripted NPC. And yeah, we have... we see that it immediately, once the helicopter crashes, it immediately spawns both the NPC and the helicopter debris. So, the thing here is that, since we are actively flying above the helicopter, we can see the transition, but it's instant, so we can't actually see any glitches of it. Now I'll go and save the pilot quickly, so I can show you the animation from oh, God mode. Okay, alright, let me try it now. Look at that, view hands, and then you carry the pilot like that. Just like that. And let's see the put down of the pilot. Amazing. And look at that, the pilot deletes. She just deletes. And let's see the most awaited time, the most awaited sequence of the level, actually. The nuke explosion. I'll actually do, what's the name? UFO instead of Noclip, so we can actually... Okay, wait, give me a minute. Oh shit. Alright, so now let's see the most awaited sequence of the map, which is the nuke explosion. And we'll see it from an perspective outside of the helicopter, which is pretty cool. And see where it actually explodes from. Look at that. Our helicopter is right here. And let's see where exactly we crash compared to the map itself. Oh, this is too bright. Okay, we're supposed to crash over here. That's pretty cool. And let's see another perspective of the explosion from this area, so we can see exactly where the explosion takes place, which is supposed to be somewhere around here, I guess. Let's see it. And it should happen any moment now, any second. There we go. The flash happens right here. And then the explosion is over here. See how quite large it is, and it's a pretty cool effect. I used it for one of my maps. I won't say which one. Yeah, it's there. Let's go again back here. Okay, there we... Oh, okay, it's too soon. Wait. Okay, that's good enough. So now I have a checkpoint, which is exactly where I want it to be. So we can see it again, like that. Pretty large explosion. That's pretty cool. You don't normally see it from that perspective. Yeah, that's all there is about it. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you next time. Bye bye.